As a brand new realtor who's 22 years old, I wanted to explain to you guys how I got my first solo listing so that you can learn something from it and hopefully be able to get your first listing or a second listing. What you need to know is that I didn't just get a listing for absolutely no reason. It wasn't a hand-me-down. It wasn't a referral, anything like that. Well, it sort of was a referral, but I'll explain that a bit later. If I didn't do the work first, I wouldn't have been able to control and manage this conversation to get a listing. So this is what happened. I was brand new in real estate about a year ago, and my mentor, AJ Plant, he's done the door knocking. So I decided to follow up in his footsteps and become a door knocking real estate agent. So I door knocked for about 8 to 9 months with no solo listing. So as a new real estate agent who has no experience with communicating with clients and leading clients in a direction that I want to go and that they want to go. It's a mutual relationship. As a new realtor, the only way for me to learn this was from my door knocking that I learned from AJ. I door knocked for about 9 months. I got lots of leads, but in those 9 months, I was able to learn how to communicate with a potential client or a prospect, if you like to call it that. And what I learned from door knocking was getting put on the spot. So the first time someone asked me about my commission, I didn't know what to say. I just blurted out a number, wasn't very confident about it. I went back home and I reflected. So that was just one aspect. And then when it came to asking them questions and leading them into a direction that they wanted to go, that was another skill that I had to learn just from door knocking. And there's so many other skills that I would need to think to elaborate to you guys. But the first thing you need to know when getting your first listing and getting that listing is you need to put in the work first, whether it's cold calling or just talking to people and understanding the business and how it works, how to buy a house, how to sell a house, so that you can become more reputable and trustworthy to your clients. Every single client, every single person that's going to want to work with you, there's 3 things that they need to believe in order to work with you. They need to know you, they need to like you, and they need to trust you. So how do you get all 3 of those? To know, like, and trust with my first seller. So it was a referral from another agent from another brokerage who trusted me to handle a rental. So I've done a couple rentals. So that was where the trust came in. So in order for her to trust me, I needed to explain the process of renting and getting her to trust me. She needed to know me. So I met her at the rental property and we got to know each other. And she needed to like me. So I had some jokes. I was just being myself, and I understood my client's personality. I understood how she wanted to be treated, so I tended to her. And that's how I got the know, like, and trust. And I had no idea that she needed to sell and that there was an issue. I don't want to go in depth about it. She didn't even know that a real estate agent could help her. Luckily enough, I was in the business long enough to understand her situation. And then I was able to, since she knew, like, and trust me, I was able to meet her at her house and discuss. We talked for a long time. Her personality was very outgoing. So I'm not even going to lie. We talked for 7 hours one day. Just one day. We talked for about 7 hours. It was my first listing, so I didn't know how to really hold the conversation and lead it in the direction at that point in time. So we talked for a long time, and we listed the house, and we had to sell it in X amount of days, and got it sold in 30 days. And that was how I got my first listing. If you guys have any questions, you can leave a comment or message me directly. I'd love to help you guys out. But thank you guys for listening and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.